All right, well, let's launch on in and have a look at the cool online tools that we've got for tonight. All right, so very first one I have for you is one called Zound.io. So that is Xound.io. So for those of you like where I am tonight, that have barking dogs in the background, this is the app for you because it removes all of that background noise, the background sound. If you've got fans running, if you have or you've got those keyboard clicks on your computer, cleans all that up, removes all the sound so that you've got solid, crisp sound. So, and it is pretty amazing actually. It almost gives studio quality sound, so it really cleans up all of that background noise. So if you do visit the site, there are 3 clips here of these 3 people, and there are various bits of background noise in there, which you can hear the before and after of the cleanup. So I have used a number of apps in the past. This one is actually pretty good, and it really does tidy your whole sound up, because as we know with video, if you've got poor quality video, people will forgive you for that. If you've got poor quality audio, then they won't forgive you for that. And now that's the point that they're likely to leave or not continue listening and watching on. So this is just one of those apps that really does help to clean up your audio. So they do have a free plan there. So it gives you 30 minutes to really test it and check it. And then is pretty affordable as well too, at $4.99 a month or $11.99 a month. It is a very affordable tool and certainly well worth it if you have audio there. That's not great. One of the other tips is, if you do use if you are recording, use a microphone, either a lapel microphone or a reasonably good sort of omnidirectional microphone. That'll help to get rid of that background noise. They're not expensive either, and this just takes it to the next level. So that one there is called Zound.io. Now, all of these apps, I won't, my team will drop them into chat, and you can save that chat at the end of the evening, and then you can click through and go and explore these apps. So you don't need to worry about jotting down the URLs or trying to read what the URLs in my screen share here. All right, next one I have is one called listbuildingbot.com. So these days, I don't know whether you've noticed it, but there are people out there that don't take phone calls or they don't answer the phone. And in fact, phone is not their preferred method of conversation. They would prefer to text or message, so back and forth. And only when they're sort of getting closer towards, wanting to speak to you or the buying decision, that's when they're happy to pick up the phone and have a conversation with you. So having some form of chatbot, particularly on your website, is a very helpful tool because it gives people the opportunity to chat with you, even if it's not with you, but with your bot. So this particular one is a what they call it, the list building bot. It sits on your website. So there is just on the bottom right-hand side, people can click on it, pops up, and then they can start to have a conversation there. And so what you can do with it is, this is a wee bit like some of the Facebook bots. So this is an alternative to Facebook Messenger. So if you don't want Facebook Messenger on your site, or you don't really use Facebook Messenger, or you've got clients that don't really use Facebook Messenger, this is a great alternative. So in this, you can create what they call workflows in there. So, people ask questions about a particular product or service you've got. You might have a range of products and services. So you might have a question that pops up and say, are you asking about option A, B, C, or D? So it might be sort of coaching, consulting, done for you service. So they'll go and click through whichever one that is. Then based on the answer that they click on, then you can take them through a workflow that's related to the topic that they click on. So you can pretty much answer a lot of their questions by having a good workflow there, all pre-scripted into your bot. And then when it gets time for them to have a conversation with you, that's the point there where you can either get them to connect with you by phone, or by verbal chat, or for them to leave their phone number for you to give them a call back. So very intuitive. It's a drag and drop interface, this one here, very intuitive to use. They've even got templates in there as a starter to get you going. And you can also connect it up to your CRMs as well too. So there's a range of CRMs that it does connect to, and so you're starting to populate it with some of the people that have been on your website asking the sorts of questions that they've been asking. So I know a travel site there who use this extensively. People ask questions about, where they'd like to travel. So they ask the question, where would they like to travel? What sort of mode of transport, whether it's boat, plane, whatever. I don't know, and they'll take them through a series of things to help to plan their trip, and then towards the end of it, that's when they ask their details, phone number, would they like to chat to a travel consultant, and that makes up a bulk of their business coming through the website. It means that people are, can be chatting at any time of the day or night. You don't have to be there, and then you can connect with them when you are back online. So that one there is called listbuildingbot.com. So yeah, well worth checking that out. And in terms of price, pretty reasonably priced when compared with some of those other list building. And so I think that's around $69. It starts. All right. I think we might just mute everybody else here. All right. All right, there we go. All right, next one I have for you is, this is an AI tool called Zocket. So this is Zocket.ai, used for meta ads. So that's like your Facebook and Instagram. And so it connects right in, and it provides a dashboard for you to see exactly what is going on with the ads. And if you do happen to be using things like lead ads, all of the data gets populated straight into here. People are starting to ask you questions through the lead ads as well too. Then all of that information gets populated into this dashboard. So both Instagram and Facebook come into the one dashboard. You don't need to have both of those applications are open on either a phone or a computer to answer them. You can have it all in one dashboard. And the other thing that this does too is it actually creates your ads. So it's got an AI tool which will create your ads as well too. And so it'll do the visuals, it'll do the text. You can so queue it up with talking about what it is that you do want to create, and it will go ahead and create a number of different versions of your ad. And the graphic design tool that's inside this, if you don't like the colors that have come up, you can change the colors of the images in there. You can have your branding kit in there as well too, so that everything you've got is on brand and on message. Then it will push those ads out to the platforms, and it'll run the ads, it'll grab the data, and it gives you a good, easy way of tracking and measuring the performance of it. So it creates the ads, it pushes the ads out, it gets all the data from the ads, and it also allows you to have a dashboard to be able to answer any queries that have come in off it as well too. For those of you that love sales, then this is a tool also for those that don't love sales. So this one is called sellmethispen.ai. I suspect that name has come from sales training. Some of you may have been to live sales training as I have, and you get this exercise where they ask you to sell this pen, and it really is to focus on the benefits of it rather than the features. So typically it's a sell me the pen. So the site is called Sell Me This Pen. So this is a training app. So the way it's used is often in sales training, you will do role plays with potential customers to learn your script, to learn to answer objections and questions that people have, and really to help to build your confidence. So this app does exactly the same thing. So it allows you to create your script. So you've got your script in there, and then it will run through a virtual training, role play. So there is a virtual being at the other end, and I don't know whether a virtual thing is actually a being, but it's a virtual person at the end there, and you're interacting with them as if you are on an actual sales call. They'll ask you questions, throw in objections, and you answer that. And then this tool helps you to rate and improve those questions and the responses that you give there. So so it is a really quite interesting tool. It is an interesting use of AI. And there's obviously been in behind the back, there's some pretty solid sales training that's in there. When you go through it, it really gives you a fairly real life experience of making those sales calls. So if you do want to boost your confidence, or do want to do some learning around the whole sales process, particularly on Zoom or online, great little tool. This is an educational tool. It's a great little tool to be able to learn more about sales there. So that one there is called sellmethispen.ai. And finally today, I have a dashboard. So you may use a range of tools from LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pickup, Slack, QuickBooks, Xero, so all of these have information about clients, about different stages they might be in a sales process or in your lead funnel, and each of these platforms captures different information. So you might get some information that comes in by email, some information that comes in by Facebook Messenger or LinkedIn Messenger. You may have other data that in your accounting system. This particular tool connects to all of those systems, all of that data into a central platform there, which is probably particularly useful if you've got lots of emails so back and forth from a client there about a particular interaction or where they are in the sales process. You bring that all into one dashboard, and you've got a thread and tracking of all of those conversations that you've had, and it makes it easy to see where you are up to with that client in the process, rather than having to scroll through all your emails and find the conversations and track all the threads of the conversations there. And it also bringing in data from your accounting software as well to let you know whether they're paid or what payments they made, what stage they're up to as well too. So it's a fairly new tool, and it does create that dashboard that does connect to a range of your social platforms and marketing platforms, CRMs, and your sales platforms as well too. I've only had a little bit of a play with this, but from what I've seen, it is pretty good in terms of bringing all that data in, and gives some fairly useful reports that are actionable and easy to use in your business as well. So that one there is called Boost.space. And that there is a roundup of our cool online tools for today. So drop into chat. What was your favorite tool? Let us know which is the one that has really captured your interest today, or the one that will take you down that rabbit hole to have you spend all your time in exploring it. We've got all of the links to all of those tools there in chat right now. So now's probably a good time to save the chat as well. You can also save it at the end of the evening, and it will save to the same file, depending on what version of Zoom you're on. The three little dots to save it as either down the bottom, or it's on the top right of chat. Click on that, and then you can save it. And of course, all of these tools, we will post these in the Business Owners Smashing Online Facebook page. So if you're not if you haven't joined that, now's a good time to go to Facebook and go and join that. And of course, you will see all the other tools that are there as well too from the previous weeks. And of course, we'll pop some of these tools out across some of these social media platforms too. So if you find us over there, you'll undoubtedly find those tools across the platforms. And I'm going to talk about why we post these across the platforms very shortly as well too. So dropping into chat your favorite one, what have we got there? So we've got Vote Cepha Zound, Boost Space, list building, the bot. Oh, it's a fairly wide range of answers there. So obviously, there are different interests there, and we've managed to capture all of you. So yes, as I say, all those tools will be there. Save them, have an explore of them by saving the chat as well. Any questions about them, feel free to reach out to me, and more than happy to have a conversation with you about those, or to help you with those as well too.